Hola a todos chicos y chicas, bienvenidos a un nuevo gameplay de... Bueno, sí, un nuevo gameplay de Orion Variety. Es que me enredé un poco porque estoy concentrado en los gameplays de Far Cry 2 y este es un nuevo juego. Este es Medal of Honor Pacific Assault. No sé cuántas veces me... Mira, fíjate que no sé cuántas veces me he pasado en este juego. Unas 10.
In a flurry of newly created government agencies, the Women Appointed for Voluntary Emergency Service, or WAVE, has been created. They will help the U.S. Navy in departments like communications, air traffic control, and naval air navigation. I think you'll agree with me, soldiers. This is one set of waves I think we'd all like to see. Steve McPherson reporting from New York.
I'm Walter Brennigan, and this is World News Radio. World News Radio is brought to you, the public, by Benson Electrical and Appliance Dealers. For all your domestic and work appliances, from dishwashers to refrigerators, stop by your nearest Benson Electrical and Appliance dealer today. With more than 30 years experience and delivery, it's Benson.
Este juego es basado en la Segunda Guerra Mundial, cuando los japoneses en el frente del Pacífico, no en Alemania, que es el más conocido, sino cuando los japoneses atacaron Pearl Harbor. Y entonces Estados Unidos se tuvo que meter en la guerra. Japoneses continuaron. Bueno, este juego, creo que ya lo dije, me encanta. Así que lo traigo por eso, porque, bueno, es muy bueno. También tiene momentos tristes, como la Segunda Guerra Mundial en sí. Es triste, la Segunda Guerra Mundial en sí es triste, así que... Tarango, 20 de noviembre de 1943.
They keep that up, there won't be no island left to walk on.
That's just fine with me! Yeah! No way anybody's still alive on that joint!
Wouldn't count on that if I was you! Any of you new guys feel like throwing up? Word of advice! Do it now!
3 week wonders. That's what we called the new guys. That's all the training they got, and it wasn't enough. They usually didn't last very long. Don't matter how much training you got or how strong you are. When you strap up and step on a battlefield for the first time, it changes you forever. Taro was just another strip of sand out in the middle of nowhere, but for many of us, it would be the last thing we ever saw.
Tommy! I'll see you on the beach!
Esa frase también me encanta mucho. Muchas frases me encantan en este juego, sobre todo la de Tommy. Tommy, see you on the beach.
maggot, puke, worm, and scumbag. Just a few of the names I was given by my beloved drill instructor in the summer of 1941. Before then, my biggest problem was delivering groceries and not breaking the eggs. Now every time I turn around, some crazy Jap's trying to gut me. I remember asking the recruitment officer, "What's the deal with you guys?" I swear to God, he looked right through me and he said, "Deal? We're Marines, son, and we deal in lead."
Lo próximo de lo que me
Next thing I knew, I was on a train for San Diego,
estaba en el tren de
soldiering for the Corps.
soldado
boot
del
camp.
Marines. Marines, liven up. 2 años antes. O sea, 1940. Ah, ok, 1941, sí. Agencia de reclutamiento de Marine. Agencia de reclutamiento de Marine, San Diego, California. Ahí va el sonido. Vale, me cayó lo que escuché.
Rise and shine, ladies! Beauty sleeps over! Front and center! Do you understand me? In the beginning was God. All else was darkness. So God created the heavens and the earth. He divided the earth between land and sea, and these he filled with many assorted creatures. The dark, slimy creatures of the oceans God called sailors, and he dressed them accordingly. The flighty creatures of the air he called airmen, and these he clothed in uniforms which were ruffled and foul. The lower creatures of the land God called soldiers, and he gave them trousers too short, covers too long, and pockets to warm their hands. And on the 7th day, as you know, God rested. And on the 8th day, at 0500 hours, God looked down upon the earth and was not happy.
God
was not happy! So he thought about his labors, and in his infinite wisdom, God created a divine creature, and this he called a Marine. And these Marines, whom God created in his own image, were to be of the air, the land, and the sea. And these he gave practical, fighting uniforms, so that they could wage war against the forces of Satan and evil. And he gave them evening and dress uniforms, so they might score with the ladies on Saturday night and impress the hell out of everybody. And at the end, because in the course of his labors, he had forgotten one thing. He did not have a Marine uniform, but he thought about it and satisfied himself in knowing that, well, not everybody can be a Marine. This puts me one step above God, because I am a Marine. You remember that, and we'll get along just fine. Now you maggots have exactly 3 minutes until I expect you standing at attention outside. Follow!
Me parece que es un blasfema condenado porque insultó a Dios, ¿no?
Whew, he scares me, Frank. I think maybe he is God.
Well, Jimmy, just keep your head down and do what he says, and we won't have to find out. Willie, you coming?
Oh, yeah, Frank. Oh, hey, Tommy, right? Tommy Conlon? My name's Willie Gaines. This here's Frank Minoso and Jimmy Sullivan. Where are you from, Tommy?
Oregon. You?
Guys, let's head out. We don't want to piss off God, do we?
No queréis cabrear a Dios.
Today is the day we separate the men from the girls. You little pukes will learn the basic necessities for survival, and then maybe, I said maybe, you will become a part of the United States Marine Corps. Are you ready?
Aye, Sergeant!
Now, Baker Squad. You're to sit tight and wait for your babysitter to show up. I am not him. Able Squad, I want to see you ladies hightail it over to my obstacle course on the double. Move out! I want to see nothing but asses and elbows, ladies!
Let's make him proud, boys. Stick together.
You got it, Frank. Come on, Jimmy. Tommy?
Vamos entonces. Déjame moverme. Ahí está. Corre con el escuadrón Able hacia la pista de obstáculos.
When out in the field, you are going to come across many barriers that you will need to navigate over, under, and through. This course will teach you the Marines' way of doing just that. If you think you have a better way, you can leave now and go show your mother. You are government property, so you better do it my way, and you better like it.
Come on, boys. We can do this better than that group. Let's show them what we got.
Claro, como no. Y como yo soy el pro, me muevo primero.
Now, not bad, ladies. Now run through those tunnels. This here in front of you is the Marines' mud pit. Think of it as you're up. Now get on your bellies and crawl like the worm you are. If you get caught in that fire, I will leave you here. Now move it. We don't have all day, sweetheart. Get up and over those ladders. Now you are going to learn how to use that rifle that you love so much. Hit those dummies with the butt of your rifle.
Muere, figura de palos. Muere, muñeco de palos, muere. 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 What?
Get across the pit using the balance board. Double time.
What the?
Sergeant! I'm sorry,
You will not apologize. You will continue to destroy the enemy any way you can. What are you turd balls looking at? If the rest of you had half the strength of Private Minoso, I might actually have something to work with. Well, I can't believe you all made it through in one piece. Now let's see how you girls handle the business end of your weapon. Get your butts onto that transport and we'll finish on the firing range. Move it!
Man, what a hard ass.
You said it.
Knock it off, you two. That was the hard part. Let's move!
Who died and made him boss?
Bueno, lo hemos logrado. Vale.
Welcome to my firing range. You will listen to every word I say. I have not lost a single scumbag on my firing line, and I will not lose one today. Do you ladies understand me? Now gather up some ammo, pick a spot on the range, and we'll get to work.
Sí, cómo no. Cómo no, cómo no.
Take 1 box each, boys. 1 box each.
¿A dónde hay que disparar?
Tommy, Frank, check out Willie. That's right, ladies, I'm a crack shot. Just get me over to Germany and me and this rifle will win that war all by our lonesomes.
Talk is cheap, Private, but that's some pretty fair shooting. Let's see what you boots can do with the autos. You four head back to the ammo table and Corporal Bates there will issue you each an M1928A1 Thompson submachine gun. Do not let those rifles hit the dirt, maggots.
5, 6, no sé. Ya, me voy.
Hold up, Private. I'm gonna need to take those weapons from you.
Apúrate. Quítamela, quítamela. Ok, ya, quítate. Ajá, voy de primero. Voy de primero, voy de primero, voy de primero, voy de primero. Y ya. Ah, no. Aquí.
First things first. Private Conlon, grab that demolition charge from the table.
Aquí.
You'll see behind me that we have some beat-up jalopies. Today, we're gonna blast the living hell out of them. Private Conlon here is gonna get things started. Private, get your sorry tail down there and plant that charge on one of those cars. That thing is live, so watch yourself.
Vamos a ver.
Now get your butt back up here, Private!
No, me quedo aquí. Ahora sí me largo. ¡Al suelo! Ah, no, espérate.
Good work, Private Conlon. You may just yet make PFC. Let's move over to the grenade station.
Al parecer, el sitio donde descargué el juego me elimina esta parte del sitio de granadas porque es súper fastidioso. Ay, concho. Lo siento.
Now here we have my personal favorite, the M1919A430 caliber machine gun. I want 2 minutes. One is to act as a spotter and reloader, the other will fire the weapon. Okay,
Come on,
there
Tommy.
we go.
I'll
Right
fight for you.
on, scum.
This
Let's
ain't my
head
cup.
to...
The boys in Jersey can see me now!
You may notice we have a fine piece of craftsmanship on the mortar range. Well, you maggots are the first to get a crack at busting that half into scratch. The first recruit who gets it. Well done, Private Conlon. Your heavy weapons proficiency has been duly noted. Now, except maybe for Minoso here, I most seriously doubt any of you will ever be in charge of anything but your own sorry-ass existence. However, there will be times when lives depend on one of you maggots making the right call in the field. I expect each of you to rise to such an occasion. Sullivan, there's a Marine bleeding to death in the open. You cannot reach him without support. Let me hear your call for suppressing fire.
Suppressing fire!
Minoso, you're one aggressive son of a bitch. I bet you'll be charging headlong into hell for the Corps. Let me hear you tell these pansies to move up with you.
Move up!
Outstanding. Gaines, you, on the other hand, strike me as someone who'll turn tail and piss himself at the sight of an advancing enemy. Am I right?
No, drill sergeant!
Well, ain't that a shame? If the combat situation dictates, you may need to do just that. You are heavily outnumbered, Private, so you better tell your squad mates to fall back.
Fall
Fall back!
Good. I don't care if you're sucking face with Rita Hayworth herself. You hear a Marine call out, you best respond. Private Conlon, you are being fired upon. Your squad is out of position. You need to get your fire team back into formation. So let's hear you rally these boys.
Over here! Regroup!
Good. Let's go. All right, men. That's enough for today. Good work out there. But oh my God, Gaines! You've just been shot! Hit the deck!
Oye, está aquí. No
I said hit the deck!
Tú, está ahí. ¿Qué haces?
Now, there's two things to do if and when you are hit by an enemy in combat. Number one, apply pressure to the wound. Next, if you can, call for a corpsman. If you're lucky, one will be around somewhere nearby. Private Sullivan, I understand you have a medical background.
Yes, Sergeant!
Well, lucky us. Make your way over there a bit and play doc for us. Conlon, you take Private Gaines over to doc to get him patched up, and then hightail it back over here ASAP.
Careful where you squeeze me there, Tommy.
Hey, thanks for the ride, Tommy.
Los mosquitos me tienen a monte, no.
Well done, Private Conlon, but you've just been shot as well. Hit the deck.
Ah, genial. Me dispararon también de mentira. Los disparos de aire. No.
Apply pressure to
disparos
that
de sol.
wound, Private, or we will lose you.
Presiona la
Now,
herida.
call on that corpsman so we can get you patched up and back into action.
Ayuda, por favor. Necesito protector solar. Me pegaron un tiro de sol. Míralo, que está fuertísimo. Ay. Me va a dar cáncer de piel.
All right, men.
What?
Good work today. I do believe that with a little more work, you may have a fighting chance. Let's get scrubbed up for mess. Move out!
Vale, completado el entrenamiento y el pro, puede decir. Ya vuelvo, chicos, que voy a buscar un suéter que me están comiendo los zancudos.
as German forces begin Leningrad. We'll have more information from our European correspondents as it becomes available. This is Mitchell Rollins reporting.
A media storm is brewing from the likes of newspaper magnate William Randolph Hearst and RKO Pictures. It seems Hearst is none too fond of radio writer turned director Orson Welles. Hearst claims Welles' new film, Citizen Kane, is taking inflammatory shots at him personally, as well as his eccentric lifestyle. Hearst is demanding the film prints and negative be destroyed, and claims he will not run any ads in newspapers or on radio stations that he owns. Welles' contract with RKO provides him final cut of the film and the funds by which to complete it. So the high-stakes standoff continues between the two media conglomerates. We'll follow this story as more news becomes available. From New York, this is Steve McPherson reporting.
I'm Walter Brannigan, and this is World News Radio. World News Radio is brought to you by Apex Electric Refrigerators. For the best in cool food appliances, now with frozen food storage, it's Apex Electric Refrigerators. Found at most appliance stores, so ask for it by name. Apex. World News Radio is brought to you by shortwave broadcasts, direct from overseas stations and news centers in our own country. With the latest news information from Europe, here's Mitchell Rollins. It was just 4 months ago when Germany launched Operation Mercury, an airborne invasion onto the island of Crete. Indications are that German forces suffered extreme losses in the attack. Now, confirmed reports are that as many as 6,000 German paratroopers have been killed in the battle. The mounting losses are said to have possibly affected Adolf Hitler's decision to justify another airborne invasion in the near future. This is only the second known full-fledged airborne attack by the Germans. The first airborne invasion occurred on The Hague in 1940 and proved equally problematic for them. This is